Welcome to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbie. This afternoon, we have a special guest. We have Miss Kiesha Taylor. I believe last name is Williams. Is that correct?
No, you had it right the first time. It's Kiesha Taylor.
Okay. From what's the name of the
Waukegan,
Waukegan, Illinois. All
Waukegan,
right.
Illinois.
All right. You're on the air.
Okay, hello out there. Today I'm going to be talking about community accessibility and disability advocacy. It's a subject that's quite dear to me. I know what it's like to have a disability, and I just want to talk about that for about 15 minutes. Okay, so just bear with me, and I'm gonna talk about some things that can help that people can help within the community concerning community accessibility and disability advocacy. Okay, so um, I'm gonna I'm gonna go over my talking points. One, we're gonna start with why accessibility matters. Okay, it ensures equal opportunity for everyone to fully participate in daily activities. It removes physical barriers and digital barriers, allowing people to work, learn, and engage with their community on an equal footing. Okay, and another talking point is the curb effect. Accessibility improvements like ramps or closed captions benefit everyone, parents with strollers, travelers, and luggage, and the elderly. And then there's the economic impact. Okay, people with disabilities and their families represent a massive, often untapped consumer market. Inaccessible, inaccessible businesses literally turn away money. Okay, and you know, I'm gonna talk, and when I'm finished, I'm open for questions. But there's also a legal and ethical duty beyond ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act in 1973. Okay, there's the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Section 504 prohibits discrimination against qualified individuals with disabilities in any program receiving federal financial assistance. Then there's federal contractor of obligations, Section 503, to take affirmative action to employ and advance qualified individuals with disability. And it goes on, but it really talks about the ethical duties to further provide procedures for equal access to employment. Architectural Barriers Act of 1968 required that buildings designed, built, or altered with federal funds be accessible. Moving beyond essential functions, stronger laws push for the reasonable accommodation standards. Individualized needs focus on the needs of the disabled person instead of the institutionalization. Okay? And let's see. I have a lot more I could go into, but Emmanuel, do you have any questions for me just so far? I
I
got a lot
sure
of material here.
I sure don't. But you're doing fine. Just let my listeners
Okay.
know what what you're passionate about, and and also before you end your presentation, tell them how they can connect with you on LinkedIn or
Oh,
any other social media sites that you're on, so that way you can get some support for what you're doing.
let me be quite honest, Emmanuel. Well, the things that I did concerning helping with the disability advocacy, well, I'm speaking on the show today, but
Mhm.
but basically, as far as my work, I know I worked for Goodwill for 19 years, and that's a non-for-profit organizations. And I used to work with people with disabilities, but this is really my first time, speaking on this issue that's real dear to me. But
Okay, okay.
yeah.
But
Would you
hold,
like me?
hold on, please. What I'm trying to say is, I want you to tell my listeners how they can follow you, and that's how you're going to be able to get your support and grow your base. That's what I'm saying. So,
Gotcha.
how can they find you on LinkedIn?
Okay. So my LinkedIn, I'm gonna get back to you on that one
Okay.
because my address, a lot of things I remember that are when I go to it because it's written down or either
Okay.
it's usually written down so I don't have to remember.
Yes.
But yeah, I will get back to you on that.
Gotcha.
I may
Gotcha.
need a few minutes for that, but
No, no problem. And then also, you told me that you wrote, a book and stuff like that. Tell my listeners how they can support you in that area as well.
okay. Now I'm
Yes.
gonna be honest about that too. I wasn't prepared to do none of them two things because I never found my book.
Mm.
What I did with it because I definitely do have I have a book available on Amazon, but I don't want to really talk about that unless I have the information so they could so
Gotcha.
they could use it.
Gotcha.
Everybody wants news they could use, so
Gotcha.
I'm sorry about that. I
That's
apologize.
okay. That's all right.
But I guess I could continue on with accessibility and advocacy.
You sure
Okay.
can. Yes, go ahead.
Now these here that I'm gonna go over, they talk about policies and compliance milestones. Okay. They had the ADA Title II deadlines 2026 as a primary compliance year for many state and local government entities to meet WCAG 2.1 AA standards for website and mobile apps. And then there's healthcare accessibility. Updated Section 504 rules now require patient portals, telehealth platforms, and digital forms to be fully operational for all users as of 2026. And then let me keep this straight. There's video conferencing. The FCC mandated new accessibility features for work meeting and online classes, including enhanced captions and screen reader support. And the second thing of the key policies is the current advocacy hotspots, the medical settings, moving away from the blanket policies toward individualized assessments to ensure effective communication, interpreters, braille materials, okay, and then community living. A major focus remains on home and community-based services advocating for the right to live independently rather than in institutions. And then the invisible labor of advocacy, discussing the hidden hustle, the extra work disabled people must do to educate others and secure basic accommodations in workplaces and venues. Emerging 2026 trends, and that's A11Y in action. Oh, no, no, no. That's A11Y in action. I'm sorry. The A11Y numer numer oh goodness. Numer numeronym numeronym 11 letters between A and Y is being used to rebrand accessibility as a proactive community movement rather than just a legal checklist. Okay, and then then there's, it just goes on and on. Then there's workplace and digital rights. I don't want to read everything word for word, but there is workplace and digital rights. You know, uh, work. So work from home now. Um, does any employer still have to provide accessibility tools? There's questions like that. And yes, under the Americans with Disability Act, in Section 508, employees must provide equal access and opportunities regardless of location. This includes accessible software, um, and all internal portals and communication apps must be compatible with assistive assistive technology. Then there's reasonable accommodation. And like the screen readers, specialized hardware must be provided unless They cause undue hardship. The interactive process. If a barrier exists at home, notify your HR to begin finding a solution together. And then respectful communication. It goes through, let's see, you know, that would be more for like questions and answers. One question would be, what is the most respectful way to talk to a disabled person without making them feel awkward? And the answer is, use clear, neutral, and factual language, and focus on the person first. And then there's invisible disabilities. I was told before that, oh, you don't look like you have a disability, and people got to realize some disabilities, they're invisible. A person they could have their eyesight, ears, but it could be something different, like an intellectual disability. But with that being said, that's what I'm talking about on point 3, invisible disabilities. How can organizations better support people with invisible disabilities? One, they can shift the focus from proving a disability to solving functional limitations. Okay. And then there's the believe first policy. HR and managers should be trained to avoid skeptical language, but you look fine. Okay. Flexible documentation recognizes that chronic conditions don't always follow a linear path and may require varied forms of medical evidence. And then there is number 4, community advocacy and action. And that's more of a question and answer thing. One question would be, a local park isn't accessible. How can a citizen trigger an audit? They will have to contact their local ADA coordinator to file a formal grievance. This legally documents the barrier and requires an investigation. And I have that information, local contact directory for the Lake County area. Let's see. Yeah, I have phone numbers because you can, for that issue, if there's barriers, you can contact your Lake County government, your forest preserves, City of Waukegan, your Gurney Park District, or even the 19th Judicial Circuit Court. Okay, and let me see. I'm just looking to see what else I could talk about. Okay, that's about all. The last thing would be just, social, no, this is point 5. Social justice intersections. Because some things kind of overlap because, we in society there's just so many so many things that we work on, okay? But let me break this down. Okay. This is talking about social justice intersection. One of the questions is AI helping or hurting accessibility? And the answer is both. Because AI provides real-time captioning and voice navigation, but can create new barriers. If algorithms fail to recognize non-standard speech, or if interfaces are too complex for screen readers. Okay, and then there's another hypothetical thing. It would be, how does disability advocacy, that's what I was talking about earlier, overlapping. How does disability advocacy overlap with social justice movements? It can intersect with housing justice, okay, because there need to be fairness in all aboard. There needs to be fairness in any program. But anyway, so there's housing justice, the universal design, and then there's women's reproductive rights, body autonomy, and economic equity, fair wages, as these movements all fight for the right to live and to move freely in society. Okay, and at this time, I would like to turn it back over to you, Emmanuel, and I really thank you, and I enjoyed, my time talking about this subject that's very dear to my heart. you know.
No problem, Kiesha. I just want you to know, whenever you want to come back on this platform, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you're able to still stick around, I hope you can stay. If not, that's fine. If you have other things you need to do, but all I want you to do, if you could just try to think about, um, like for example, we're friends on LinkedIn. So
Correct.
tell my listeners, how can they find you on LinkedIn? Do they just put in your name? Can they find you that way?
That's a good place to start. But I was hoping I was going to leave for a while. I was hoping I could just give you the LinkedIn address, my LinkedIn yeah, the LinkedIn address where you
Yes,
can yeah.
but can you well, can you look for it now? I mean, while I start doing my pep talk, is that possible?
It's very possible. Yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah, that'd be nice because I just want my listeners to try to support you. Everybody that comes on this platform, I want to give them an opportunity to network with my connections. That's what this is all about.
Oh,
I'm not just on here just trying to sell a book. I want to
okay.
connect with all of my listeners, and I want to, most of all, encourage my listeners to become a GERCAM member. So you can look for your stuff while I do my pep talk. You know, if that's what you want to do, so you can make sure you give them the right information. For
Okay, one more question about that, because like some things I'm just not used to. So wouldn't that be the HTTPS address that I give them when I come back? Because I'm gonna, I'm gonna leave the room for a minute and get my information for the listeners.
um,
I
I
just want to know, I want to give the right thing.
I got you. I think all you got to do is just go ahead and look for what you have to look for, and I still hold this down on my end over here. Um, that's what I would suggest. So that way you can give them the right information when you find it.
Okay, one more time, Emmanuel. See, my question is, okay, the link starts with the HTTPS. I want to know if that's what I should say when I come back to tell you what my address is where you could follow me on LinkedIn.
Sure,
That's my
sure. You
question.
can. Yes, you can. But yes, I think that's a good point. Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Bye for now, and I will certainly be back. And one more thing. This was more of just something I was passionate about. I wasn't even really looking to sell my book or do nothing like that. And I don't mind having followers. Having followers is an awesome thing. I
That
love
sure
that.
is.
But
Yeah.
my book, I I don't know. I did that because to me poetry is just a hobby of mine. It's just something I like to do. I could care less about the money, honestly. Can you believe that? I made a book and just, you know, it was just something for the art of it. For the art of it.
Hold on, sister, please. Hold on about that.
Okay.
You put in blood, sweat, and tears for that, and that's a passion, but you ought to be compensated for what you did. That's all I'm saying.
And
So
you're
and so
correct.
so all I'm saying is that yeah, you don't if you want to give it away for free, that's fine. But at least, if it's on Amazon and stuff like that, try to find out the actual website so people I can promote it for you over here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. Why would I want to leave money on the table? You know, it's mine, like you said. I
No,
agree with you.
yeah,
I was just telling you how when I love something, it just monetary value means nothing. When I love something that I'm doing, I love it.
that's great. But I'm just gonna say, as artists, that's how come they call us quote unquote starving artists because we have something positive to give to the world. But yeah, we need to be compensated for that time, just like with my revised book. And I hope that you can stick around until I finish my presentation, if possible. Now, if you have other
No
obligations,
problem. I
then you
I
can.
made time. I made time for this because I was looking forward to it. I was a little nervous, but I sure didn't want to let you down because
Mhm, I know.
I really am a shy person, but
I got you, but yeah, don't
I can get
worry.
out of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can get
and
out.
these are the people I want on my platform. I want people that's unknown, that's undiscovered. I want to give everybody that's especially on my friends list an opportunity to express themselves. Everybody has a voice and has a story. So I want them to share
Yes.
their story and their passions, and basically for us all to work together.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
but anyway, can you hold on till I finish my presentation? I'm almost done.
For sure. I'll hold tight, but then if I hold tight, I won't be able to, I really need to get that link so people can follow me. Cuz
Oh,
I
oh
was
yeah.
going to
Oh,
be
So what I'm saying is you could still listen. I mean, look for it while I'm still talking. That's what I mean, basically. Because I only get 30 minutes on here and they're gonna
That's
shut it
correct.
off. So yeah, you could go ahead and look for your information for LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm going to go. I will be back. I promise.
Oh well, all you gotta do is, you can still let your phone, still record if you don't mind.
Okay. So what you're saying is I could just still leave this on and
Yeah,
just go
leave it
look for my
on and
link.
look for your stuff while I still talk. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Will do.
Yeah,
Got you.
okay,
I
go ahead.
understand.
Yeah, so go ahead and make that happen, and I'm gonna still let my listeners know about my pep talk because I want people to participate in my event for next Saturday. So go ahead and handle your business, Kiesha, and let your
Okay.
and keep letting it play your phone. So
Okay.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please mark your calendar for Saturday. Um, that's actually next Saturday, March 28th. We're going to be hosting our monthly virtual interactive conference. That's very important, ladies and gentlemen. So, um, if you would like to be on my panel, I need only two more people. I have three so far that's volunteering to be on there. I would like to have at least five people, even five people, to be on my panel to talk about um, the topic at hand. I call it the fall of Black America. America collapse is coming for Black people. That's the actual, title of this film that we're going to discuss. So I'm reaching out to people that's on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, on my LinkedIn page, on my TikTok page, and also on my X page. If you want to be on the panel, please send me your email address to my inbox, and I will email you specific information about how to get on the pros and cons, and basically the procedure, how to be on the platform, and what we're going to discuss and things like that. And if you do that, then I'm going to offer you an incentive for coming on this platform. I'm going to teach my panelists how to create their own podcasts, how to create their own YouTube channel and get it monetized, as well as how to create a free Wix website. That's my incentive. Know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen. Also, if you want to ask me direct questions, we can do that as well if you're on my friends list. Like I say, the sites I just mentioned earlier. All right. Um, Now I am reaching out to, I would say, like-minded Black Americans who identify themselves as DAS FM, which is Descendants of American Slaves slash Freedmen. Make yourself known to me. This My business is for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm reaching out to um, African immigrants from 10 African nations. They are South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. Please stand up. Work with me. Help me first and foremost, help me get my revised book on that bestsellers list. Same thing for like-minded Black Americans beyond Chicago. Please read my story. The name of my book is right here, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, second edition. It's available on Amazon in two forms, as an ebook for $9.99. And that's the one I'm encouraging all my listeners to do. Please purchase that book. Um, Read my story for yourself. And if you agree with my vision and plan to help improve Black America, specifically Black Chicago, you will automatically become a GRCAM member. If you live here within the United States of America, please get behind our film project. That's very important, ladies and gentlemen. I want to move my business from behind a computer and make our presence known in the low income Black community or low income Black neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. That's all I'm trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. You can find my book. I provide the link in the comment section below this video podcast, and other links as well that about our film project where you can donate. We're gonna use crowdfunding because I want people to know where their money is going to be going. So we're gonna use GoFundMe, Buy Me a Coffee, and our PayPal Giving Fund page. So those three different places. But the main thing I want people to read my story first and foremost, so that way you have an idea of what you're getting yourself involved with. This is not just your ordinary type of book that you read it and a feel good thing and you just toss it aside. This book right here is a connection to the grassroots community activist movement. You will be a part of this. We got to get this thing popping here in the city of Chicago first for credibility, because for 34 years, Black Chicagoans have overlooked my vision and plan. I have little to no support. So this is how come I created this platform, so I can broadcast my vision and plan beyond Chicago and across the United States of America. And also, I'm reaching out to the global African family. If you're serious about me bringing my Christian business to your African nations, I just mentioned 10 of them. We got to get it popping here in the city of Chicago. That's all I'm trying to do. My business will be membership based. Those that's not part of us, we will pray for them. We will show them tough love. We will keep it moving. We have to build, anyhow, GRCAM members, both Black Americans and African immigrants. We're going to build the best Black business within the United States of America, and that is the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. Oh, okay. Are you back? Have you found it?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and tell us.
Okay, you can reach me on LinkedIn at let's see, two backslashes, www.linkedin.com/n/Kiesha, KIESHA TAYL 904.
Okay, now all that stuff that you just said, are you able to do this? Let's see, on your phone. We have something where it says a chat. So you think you can put that? Well, I don't know if they'll show it.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay,
I see
click on
it.
that. Click on there and
Uh-huh.
then put it on. Write it out and see if we can put that on the screen.
Okay, I'm gonna try. This meeting is being recorded. Do I just put? Well, I think I put okay. Okay, I know that it's being recorded. Let's see. Oh, add for the new chat. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, do
See,
that.
I'm learning, and this is a good experience for me.
You sure
Got to
is?
get out of shyness. Got to get out of shyness.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Kiesha, when you're able, please support me. Purchase my revised book, read my story for yourself too. And if you agree with my vision and plan, you could become a GRCAM member yourself as well. But my main thing is I'm trying to recruit brave and smart, like minded Black Americans, brave and smart, like minded African immigrants, as well as others. Um, others falls under the category non-black sympathizers. They're welcome to be a part of us as well. However, um, you're gonna have to let us know. You're gonna have to let us know publicly. Where do you stand as it pertains? What? Let me back up. Non-black sympathizers are welcome to join us, not as groups, but as individuals. Okay? Because I need to
Okay.
know where each person stands as it pertains to lineage based cash payment reparations for descendants of American slaves. If they are against that, they can't be a part of us at all. And I don't want a long-winded answer. You neither are for it or you're against it. That's all I want to know.
Okay, can
Also,
you
also, hold on, please. Also, they're gonna have to pay a reparations fee as well. Okay, so
Mhm.
what's your question you want to ask me, please?
um um can you simplify what you just said? I wasn't following you what you just the comment you just made about you can't be a part if such and such and such. I didn't quite understand.
Oh, okay. This is geared toward people that's not black. Because my business is
Oh,
open. It's open to other racial groups. However, um, well, let me say it again like this. Non-black sympathizers are welcome to join us, not as groups. What I'm saying is individuals, because
okay.
the because the
Okay, I got
collective
you.
Kiesha, do not want to see us as Black Americans get our reparations. A lot of them are against it. It's only a small portion of them that's for it. So I want those small portions for them to be a part of us. That's all I'm saying. But they're going to have to declare publicly when they join us that they are for cash payment or lineage based cash payment reparations for descendants of American slaves. That's all I'm saying.
They got to be with you. I think, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
that's
my business also too, we're about raising, this is about raising a bar when I do this. So again, in my business, my Christian business, we want to separate ourselves from con artists. They're not allowed in my business. So we ain't gonna have no corruption. That's all I'm saying. So no con artists, no pedophiles, no degenerates, no hardened criminals, no urban terrorists allowed. That's how come we're going to vet everybody in this business.
I have something to say about me sending this message. I don't see that I put it up there. I remember typing it. I don't see that it's up there.
So that's okay. Kiesha, that's fine. At least you tried. But what I'll do is I'll get
Because I
with
put, I'm
I,
sorry. Can I go ahead?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I hit the sign, new chat, and then I typed it, and then I don't know what happened after that. It was
Well,
either
well, well,
cancel it or
well, Kiesha, what I want to tell you is that don't fret. What I'm gonna do is once we get off of this
Mhm.
this call, I'm gonna go back to your page on LinkedIn and I'm gonna get the actual site and I'm gonna post it in the
Okay.
comment section below the video in below this video podcast, so that way people can find you on LinkedIn, so that way
Okay.
you can have an audience and you can grow your platform. That's what I'm about,
Oh,
ladies.
awesome.
Yes, that's what I'm about, ladies and gentlemen, over here. I'm not just on here just trying to sell a book for myself. This book is to help solve our black issues point blank. That's what I want to do before I cut and run to Africa. But we're going to get it popping here in America first. And I want the whole black world to know my story. And and that's what the film project Hood Liberator, made in Chicago, the war against Willie Lynch begins. That's based on my personal experience, my struggle trying to get my Christian business up and running in the city of Chicago for the past 34 years. It hasn't been easy. I don't like what I've been experiencing, and I want to make sure none of my members have to go through this type of foolishness. And people, my own family members, that I know of that didn't support me when I've been reaching out to them, they would not be part of my business. I don't want to hear no congratulations. I'm cutting that mess off up front. If I'm like that with my own flesh and blood, I'm gonna be how you think I'm gonna be with strangers. So I'm saying those that support me, I'm gonna support you. If you're not gonna support me when I was small, don't wait until I blow up and stuff and think you're gonna get up in my pockets because this ain't happening. And try me. That's all I'm saying. But my thing is, I don't want to spend the rest of my life trying to get this business up and running in the city of Chicago. I want to bring the business over to the African continent, work with Africans that want more out of life. That's the whole purpose of me trying to unite the low income Black community with the African immigrant community. So that way we can learn how to work together through this business, Grekai Chicago. Black Americans that become GRCAM members is going to heal from that slave mentality. African immigrants that become GRCAM members is going to heal from that colonized mindset. We have to heal. That's very important. Secondly, we're M1. We're melanated first. That means nothing else on earth matters. We want to solve our own issues at the grassroots level. We're not going to be marching and protesting with everybody out there. Our ancestors, we've been doing that for the past 60 years, and ain't nothing changed. It's the same thing. And begging the descendants of slave owners for freedom, justice, and equality is not going to happen because that goes against white supremacy. Ladies and gentlemen, so over here, I keep that thing real, authentic. You can talk about me like you can what you call that, roast me all day long. At the end of the day, I'm standing on Black business and I'm trying to get this thing popping, not for myself, but for our Black youth. Again, our mission is to help eradicate urban violence in Chicago through art, culture, commerce, spiritual development, as well as hosting African tours. We're going to visit 10 African nations. Each African nation that we visit, we're going to set up local chapters so we can replicate the business. Ladies and gentlemen, also, I'm going to tell you the benefits about being a part of GRCAM next Saturday. So, Kiesha, um,
Yes.
I'm going to send you the video, everything that I told you. I'm going to send you some videos and things like that. But if you could look at the video about StreamYard, if you look at that, you take good notes, then you could be part of my panel next week if you want to.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
I
I'm just
can
letting you know.
do it. And I did figure out how to send that link. I went over it again. Sometimes it takes more than one time to try something.
I,
But
I,
it
I
should be
see
up
it.
on the screen now.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
I see it. But I hope that my listeners they will be able to find it as well. But if not, that's okay.